Hi. In this video, I will tell you how the biomimetic method was inspired by my clinical experience and why it has become my preferred method of treatment. But first, I'd like to share a bit of my personal medical history with you, so you can appreciate why I've been looking for treatment options beyond the well-trodden paths. During my adolescence, I had to undergo a few surgical operations to deal with an infection that was spreading near the base of my spine. The procedures were successful in staving off the infection. However, some nerve damage had occurred, and without proper rehabilitation, my posture gradually went from bad to worse. Looking for something that would ease the pain and tension I felt at the time, I consulted with many healthcare professionals, both inside and outside of the conventional care system. And what ended up helping me the most was the regular practice of Chinese Qigong exercises. Combined with treatments from chiropractors, osteopaths, and acupuncturists, the movement routines of Qigong allowed me to slowly but surely build strength and flexibility where there was once pain and stiffness. I eventually felt good enough to start studying traditional Chinese martial arts. I didn't know it back then, but it was the beginning of an amazing adventure, along a path that would guide me so that I could become more connected with myself and with the world around me. From there on, my interest for traditional healing arts only grew. I was introduced to Japanese shiatsu and got my first professional license as a massage therapist. A few years after that, I completed the acupuncture program at Rosemont College in Montreal and was accepted as a member of the Quebec Order of Acupuncturists. And for the decade that followed, I practiced acupuncture alongside massage therapy in the downtown area, where I was lucky enough to work with a very diverse clientele, coming from different economic and cultural backgrounds. I also had the opportunity to work with many other healthcare professionals, both inside and outside of the conventional medical system. Many of the clients I've treated during that time struggled to find an explanation for and relief from the symptoms they were experiencing. Oftentimes, they were being told by their doctors that there was no discernible cause for their pain. Trying to find ways to alleviate this suffering in the absence of a clear understanding of what caused it. That is what set me on a path to find what would eventually become the core principles of the biomimetic method. And it all began with an idea. A simple, potentially groundbreaking, and maybe even a little bit frightening idea. What if I tried letting go of the desire to understand? To make sense of the causes and effects of the pathological process? Was there a way to promote healing without having to rationalize it? I'd come across a similar idea when studying shiatsu. My teachers had urged me to avoid being moved by the desire to understand or control what was happening whenever what they called a healing reaction was triggered during treatment. According to them, this could actually hinder the healing process that was only beginning to unfold. Some of you who are listening right now might be thinking, this is madness. How can anyone offer medical treatment without understanding the nature of disease first? Well, first let me say, I hear you. And I do agree it would be irresponsible to go forward with any kind of pharmaceutical or intrusive intervention before having first a reasonably good understanding of how it will affect one's patient. That is why the biomimetic method only relies on manipulations that remain under the pain threshold, ensuring that even if the treatment does not bring relief, at least it will never do harm. This light-handedness will allow for an ongoing testing of the client's response to mobilizations and manipulations, using varying amounts of pressure applied from different angles, until one finds the complex combination of movement and load that will trigger the healing reaction. This reaction can come in many forms. sudden involuntary movements along muscle chains, for example, or a change in the breathing pattern, or even sometimes an unexpected surge of emotions. I have so much more to share with you on this subject, but first, I would like you to experience the biomimetic method for yourself. That's why I made this next video right here, the 3 pillars of the biomimetic method, so you can get a taste of what the method can do for you. I hope you'll try it, and please let me know about your experience in the comments. Thank you for your time. I'll see you soon.